Hi, I'm Heidi Huff, and I am the SVP of Consumer Development at Alliance Retail Group. I am also a WGA board member. I am the vice president of the WGA board, and I serve as on the National Groceries Association Foundation as well. And with me today is Nick Nikitas. Hi, Nick.
Heidi, great to see you. Good to be here. So my name is Nick Nikitas. I'm the general manager of a local independent grocery at Instacart. 10 years ago, I founded a company called Rosie, and we leveled the playing field so that local independent grocers could compete with national chains and online marketplaces. We grew it to hundreds of retailer locations in over 40 states. And in September of 22, Instacart acquired our business. And now we're continuing our mission with the independent grocers that we know and love as we help them take advantage of the latest technology and transform their stores into the store of the future. In addition to my work at Instacart, I serve on the NGA Foundation board as secretary, and I'm the chairman of the ROFT Advisory Council.
Excellent. Very good. So today we're talking about NGA specifically. So first of all, what are you looking forward to this year versus years in the past?
I think the number one thing that I'm interested and excited about for this year's show is the rise of retail media. I think it is probably the single biggest transformation of our industry over the last 2 decades. It has the promise of increasing profitability for our retailers by bringing in more supplier contribution. And I think that independents have been, for a long time, discriminated against and have not been able to get the same brand dollars that these large chains have had. And what we're going to see is a shift in digital, from digital being a cost center to actually being a driver of enhanced profitability. And NG is the place where we all gather to talk about these things and work through them together. So this is really the beginning of the next phase of independent grocery.
I agree with you 100%. And I think with retail media, the best part about it is it's the analytics that come with it. Everybody's held accountable. So those dollars, you can really see where they go and you can follow that path versus, a vendor giving money to a retailer and they really have no idea.
I mean, that's the thing, right, Heidi? Like, who's the person spending it? It's the 30-year-old MBA who's sitting at their screen. They got to reach 25 million people. They want to see those sales attributed, and they want to be able to have a measurable ROAS that they can bring back to their chief marketing officer. So that accountability you talked about is so critical because the brands now want to be able to influence customer behavior at the moment of sale.
Absolutely.
So it's just going to be a rising tide that lifts all boats.
I agree 100%. So let's talk a little bit more about at the show and the in-person networking, how important that in-person networking is.
So first off, I think I should out myself a little bit. I'm a millennial that grew up in the Nintendo generation and the internet generation. So I'm part of that group that's part of the problem. But I think that, our industry is a people business, right? And to really move the ball forward, you got to get together with people. I think that the time that we spend together at events like this, at food shows across the country, are what create the connections and relationships that allow us to better serve the independent. I also think that independents especially just want to look somebody in the eye and get something done quickly and not have to go through all the emails and the text messages and the phone calls. And so whether it's the breakfast, lunches, and dinners, the thoughtful presentations and panels, or even just the being together in one place, it's really in some ways a family reunion for our whole industry. Everybody's so excited to be here and work together to continue to improve.
Oh, I agree. I love coming every year. And
I think the other fun thing too is a lot of these companies are multi-generational family-owned businesses. So being able to see the kids become the managers and then eventually, be that the next generation that the torch is being passed to. I mean, it's amazing. I remember some of these owners when I first met them, they had maybe 3 stores and their parents were still in the business, and now they've got 12 locations and they're continuing to grow. And then you see their kids coming up through the business, and that just totally warms your heart.
Oh, absolutely. And I agree with you. This is hands down. I mean, a people business for sure, and building those relationships in person.
That's right.
So then going a little bit deeper on the person, on people, who is somebody that you met at the NGA show that has really impacted either your business or your career?
Yeah, I would say probably one of my favorite people in the industry is Lori Brown. She is just such an incredible human being. She had gotten connected with us when we were still in the early stages of starting our company. And when you start a startup, it's very hard. I mean, everything is against you. You're trying to change the world. And I think Lori saw very clearly what our vision was and our commitment to the independent and how we were making technology easy and affordable. And she opened doors and was so generous with her time and connected us with people and always made me feel like I was included in every single room that I was in. And she does that for everyone. And when you know anybody who's met Lori, their face just lights up the moment you talk about her. But there are people who can just lift us up and lighten that load and make the journey so much more fun and exciting. And Lori's one of those people, and she continues to make such an impact to everybody in the grocery industry. And what a storied career. She's worked on the retail side. She's worked on the brand side at Post. She's worked on the technology side at Rosie and at Instacart. So she just, Lori's the whole package, right, Heidi? I had a blast hanging out with you.
I really enjoyed it, and I really appreciate your time.
And I think we should end by just putting a shout out to the NGA Foundation and all the amazing work that we get to do together on that. The NGA Foundation is so important because in addition to NGA's overall mission of lobbying on behalf of the independent grocer in Washington, the NGA Foundation supports workforce development, education, and continuing to help grow the next generation of leaders in our industry through programming and also helping to navigate things like SNAP and other benefits to help independent grocers succeed. And I'm just so proud of the work that we're doing together, and Chelsea and the entire team.
Yep, me too. Well, thank you.
Oh, absolutely. Thanks, Heidi. Appreciate being here.